Audience, I blame my backyard squirrels for ruining my comics this week. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I blame them. See what and comics are expensive these days, man. Like
You're
I,
telling
I
me, and I still gotta
yeah,
like organize all my comics because some of them are
yep.
still in boxes from when I moved.
Mm-hmm. Man, I think it was Austin who stated that like now all comics their main price tags are now $5 each. Like
Yep.
really? Really? God
If you get
dang it.
lucky, well, some of them are four.
Not Marvel though. If you look at
No, I
indies,
have a copy of Wiccan Witches Road #5 right in front of me, and it says 3.99.
oh okay.
No,
Oh, okay, I
those
see
are
that
the
too.
why.
It says 3.99 right there on the
Hey,
thing.
Yes, we
And then
know.
my
It goes up
copy
in
of
July.
the Rocketeer was, I don't even know how much it was.
mhm.
$2. The Rocketeer was $2. Thanks, IDW. You pulled up for me.
Gotcha. Man, I'm looking at the comics, my comics right now. Damn, that Weapons of Armageddon book was $6. So like, oh, come really, really, damn. Everything's going up, audience, is what we're trying to state. Everything's gone up.
Yeah,
More now is
I
not the
blame the
time.
government.
Yep. Now about my destroyed books, audience. You see what happened was when I came back last week from my comic book shop.
This
I have.
bitch left his books out on a chair and it rained.
Oh my god, I couldn't
The
believe
audience,
like
that's something that I would never do because I don't leave my shit outside.
it happened because when I got back, I saw the tray where I had my sweet potatoes germinating the plant. Right, a squirrel came in. And was eating them. I was like, "Mother beeper!" So I had to re-put them back in their pots. Put water back in on them and all that stuff. And because of that, I forgot that I left my comics in a chair outside my backyard, and it happened to rain that night, and I didn't know that until I went outside the following morning. Like, oh shit, no, no, damn it!
That's a you mistake. That ain't a me mistake. That's
I'm
a
blaming the squirrel witch. I swear, when I catch that
Why are you
critter,
blaming the
bam.
squirrels? This is your fault. You could have at least
Oh,
like went inside real quick, put them on like the kitchen counter or wherever the hell, put them on the
hmm
couch at least, and then go put the thing, and this wouldn't have been a problem.
The more you know, audience, the more lesson learned. Sometimes the hardest lessons in life are the painful ones you experience. So it is what it is. So anyway, yeah. Since we started off late, you guys just want to get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, audience, welcome Confag Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. You're here, me, Cryptid Seeker 415. Yada 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 yada. Squirrels are bad. Move on.
Breaking Wall, Ace Comics. Please get started, man. Go Witch.
Yeah, I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and I'm getting a free iPad, baby.
Yay! Some good news today, audience. Some good news.
I have to go pick it
And
up
to,
tomorrow though, so I don't have it today.
gotcha. And together we are the Fanatics, here to bring you the news and reviews of the week. And on our special Tuesday nights, we bring you the reviews. What do we have for you today? We have some talks of Captain America, issue number 10. Some Armageddons that have some weapons in them. Some talk about the future with some Doom 29-9 stuff. And, also some butterflies and some Wiccan in which heading down the Witch's Road. So, yeah, that's what we have for you today. And we also have something called socials. Go ahead, Witch, do them.
Yeah, first of all, subscribe because I said so. And follow us on Twitter. And this is a PSA for anyone who follow us on our Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69, okay? And I talked to Cryptid about this, but if you are going to tag us, please tag us about news that you see that you think you want us to talk about and
Mhm.
not for giveaway stuff that we aren't going to be able to get. Okay?
Yep.
I had
We
to
do.
tell someone to not do that
Hmm.
so that they can win a PS5. I don't have a PS5. So if that guy wins a PS5, bitch, you better give it to me.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Remember, audience, we do take requests for comics and topics of the week. So, hey, keep that in mind. But anyway, so with that out of the way, you guys just want to get right to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we're starting today's on top comics off with Captain America issue number 10, audience. The penultimate issue to this arc. It's had its ups and it's had its downs. Audience with me, especially with the last issue from last week. Uh, this kind of was a little bit more of a an even pace though. So we start off with where we left off in the last issue, where Captain America is going to be fighting off against Salvation. Man, he does look like a combination, a duller version of Shredder and Doctor Doom, really. So what can you do? Maybe it's the brown color that's making him look a little lame, but hey, is what it
Sometimes,
is.
sometimes comic artists, you should not use brown for your character designs. Okay, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, especially if you want them to pop. I mean, there's a reason, audience.
Unless you're doing like an old school thing, then that's a different conversation for another day.
Yep. I mean, there's a reason why we don't have a brown lantern, a brown goblin, and a brown Hulk, audience. So keep that in mind. But this is kind of like
We do have a brown lantern. We saw him in the trailer.
a toned down green color. All right, I'm looking at it that way. Okay, you ask any art expert out there, they'll vouch that that's a toned down green. So
I haven't even got to see a good picture of it. So
okay.
I'm casting my judgment later.
Okay, we're going to let you be the judge on that then. What color tone is that afterwards?
Send me a picture, dude.
Okay, next time. But anyway, this is kind of like this is a point I made last week when I was talking about the last issue, audience. We all know things were changed at the last minute with this event, and I kind of felt like this issue exemplified that because like the characters and villains that Chip Zdarsky was setting up, yeah, they kind of have to be pushed aside because we need to make room for literally Red Hulk to come in as the major villain here. That's why they had to speed rush the Salvation character. He was the former freedom fighter who was trying to save Latveria from Doom's tyranny, but now since Doom is gone, he kind of basically replaced Doom and became the villain that he tried fighting against.
To be fair, he also was trying to get all the other countries out, and he chose the worst way possible doing it.
Yeah, that's true. And also, gathering up all the citizens that oppose your campaign and literally killing them and burying them in a pit. Yeah, not
a good PR look.
Yeah, exactly. Especially since in this comic, right, in the last issue, his army already had killed one of the other presidential candidates. I think she was a Von Doom, right? She's dead. And in this issue, he ends up killing one of the other presidential candidates here. He literally blows his head up. Okay, so I really gotta wonder what sort of messages. Go ahead, Austin.
That's my problem with this run. Because Chip he can't say what will change until after the event's over.
Yeah.
It really did just feel like here goes a secret family member Doom. Oh, she's dead. Oh, here goes this joint guy. Oh, he's dead. And then Salvation, you could have gave us like a very nuanced look at all this because despite Doom being a terrible person, this is this guy's country that we are running over right now. That America, Wakanda, all that stuff is attacking to take over. So their point could have been a huge thing for this to make the event more lively, and they just turned the guy to the villain. Because they didn't do the nuanced talk of him protecting his home against us and make us feel like the bad guys.
Yeah, exactly. There needed to have been layers there. I mean, he was very passionate about saving his country when we first saw him in the first arc of Captain America. So it just felt like a complete 360 to see him go full fascist dictator out of the blue like that. And but more importantly, I gotta bring this up. Like, okay, so right now, Latveria, since they lost Doctor Doom, they don't really have a leader, and at this point, really every candidate who was going to be running for leadership of Latveria, yeah, they basically killed each other. So, what's a response supposed to be at that point? Like, what's that saying to the world that the country can't even run itself is what I'm seeing at that point, you know.
I
But
was hoping once you reveal that Salvation was working with Red Hulk, that was like the whole point was to show, oh yeah,
yeah,
America could take over because
yeah,
we can't do anything, but that's not where
You know,
they're
history
going.
shows that America should not take over any country.
and in this example, we saw the people of Liberia trying to take back their country, but then they showed that they would literally kill each other in this situation. So like.
Mm.
It doesn't seem like there's a clean slate in this situation, audience. You know, so we'll see what happens. You know, of course, Captain America tries to fight against Salvation. I mean, he gets a good shot where one of the citizens of Latveria give Captain America a horse. You know, I thought that was a good shot. You know, and
I think
damn, I
I
didn't.
want all of here.
Oh yeah, that's that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, you know, hey, some soldiers were riding horses, audience. You know,
Freedom,
so
freedom is coming.
yep, yep. Red, white, and blue is here. Red, white, and blue is here. Red, white, and blue is here. You know, so oh man, and I also forgot this to add this picture, but throughout all this that's going on, you have Samuel Nick Fury Jr.'s members of Shield.
I
They're
think
still
it's
trying to
funny
look.
that you almost said Samuel L. Jackson instead of Nick Fury Jr.
Well, he's pretty much Samuel L. Jackson, which
Yeah,
they
which
I just thought
yeah,
it was funny about the slip up. Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
I be saying
yeah,
it too. Like, he has way too much like MCU Samuel L. Jackson,
and to
the
be
actual Fury Jr.
yep, and to be fair, audience, this is for future references, right? Every time I'm going to refer to Nick Fury in the MCU, to me he doesn't earn the name Nick Fury. He's just pure. He's Samuel L. Jackson acting like Samuel L. Jackson. So that's what I'm going to call him from now on, audience. Sorry, Secret Invasion did a lot of damage to that guy, you know. So, and I don't think Sam wants to ever, fix that. You know, hey, just come in. I'm just coming in to get my bag of money and get out, basically. You know, so anyway, they're still looking for the weapons that Doom had hidden in Latveria, and you had one of those veteran Shield agents. He was the guy dressed in purple, right? They're just such lame designs, audience, right? They were able to pinpoint that he hid a special cargo underneath one of the statues Doom had of himself in Latveria, which of course it's why wouldn't Doom do that? That is something Doom would do, right? You know, so they get the box, they retrieve it, and it turns out that that Russian widow, she's the only one that was salvaged from like all those other captains that they were supposed to bring in. Yeah, it turns out she's an undercover agent, and she ends up shooting that Shield agent.
Yeah, that is thing
Um,
that Russian widow didn't work for us.
wow, yeah, I wanted to bring that up too. Like, not to pull out this card, but okay, you're telling me the one agent that's part of this American government team is Russian, and she's the one that had to betray the team and kill their operatives. Like, Nick Fury Jr. Look at you, man. Yeah, I'm sure your dad is really proud of the way you handle things, man. So but regardless, is what it is. She gets the box. She reports back to Salvation. Apparently, she is working with him. Captain America has this fighting moment.
That's
You
messed
know,
up.
he literally stamped the
He
shield
put a
down
curve
on some.
or a shield on the guy's chest.
Yep, bam, bam. But don't worry, audience. Cap didn't kill Salvation. No, he just let the
That's
citizens
wrong.
of the.
He did it for the chair.
Yep. All he did was just take away the function of his armor, and he basically let the citizens of Latveria come in and, yeah, basically kill him.
That's some ancient Rome type stuff.
Yeah. So again, what's the answer in this situation with Latveria, audience? You have the presidential candidates killing each other, and then now you have literally the citizens of Latveria killing the last remaining presidential candidate here.
I think the point's gonna come back around to yeah, the place is steady, but I guess Doom ran it fine enough.
That's going to be a messed up message to say that we need to get a dictator back in power. Like I don't know if Chip Zdarsky is thinking of it that way, but that's what's going to happen. That's the message that's going to be in this. Like, and and again, Chip Zdarsky had to kill off all these characters because you have Thaddeus Ross here, right? He's communicating with Nick Fury Jr. and like basically saying, okay, look, we gave you your time, we waited long enough, but right now we're taking action. We're going to be taking care of things in Latveria from now on. And Rogers, you made America angry, Rogers, and you wouldn't like America when it's angry. Because yeah, again, once
Are you
once
sure
again,
he's talking about
What
America?
are you
He's
talking
not talking about himself.
Yeah, I was like, that
both.
was corny, bro.
A bit of both, which they,
Talking to speaking his speech. At least say it to someone from another country.
yeah, I know. Again, they had to push all the focal point in Ross being the bad guy in this, But look, what are you going to do with Latveria in this situation after what just happened here, audience?
The point is,
Like,
I don't understand why Chip wants to focus on this so much because end of the day it doesn't matter. After this book's over, when Doom comes back, he's going to take Latveria back. And
pretty
there's going
much.
to be
But the thing is, this wasn't Chip's idea. Like this was likely something that was forced upon Chip, Because if you notice, audience, like Benjamin Percy's Red Hulk run, Red Hulk had his own cast and crew with him. Machine Man, Deathlock, and whatever that Army Woman was. Yeah, ever since that run ended, we have not seen that supporting cast pop up at all. So, is what it is. So yeah, all of them are dead. Captain America's like, now received word that yeah, Red Hulk's coming, and he does get visions popping up in his head, right? And this is where we actually do get our first glimpse of Doctor Doom, audience. Wherever the hell he's at in the cosmic scope of Marvel.
He's just chilling, honestly.
Yeah,
meditating.
meditating.
And has found true peace in the afterlife.
Pretty much, yeah. And he kind of signals Cap to go into the former house that belonged to his mother, right? And it's there where okay, I don't know what this is, but let me pop up. You find an old woman there, and you find a young kid saying Victor Von Doom is ready to leave Latveria.
Oh no, that makes sense. I can definitely Victor would be the
Wow.
kind to actually. He doesn't have any biological children. I can see him cloning himself and taking that as his heir.
So we have a
Yeah,
young
remember,
clone
Duke also
version
one of the
of
only
him.
two heroes that survived in 299. So I
Yeah.
think it's probably the clone. That was the clone.
Okay, so his backup plan was to have a younger clone version of him hidden away at Latveria.
What you do is
Audience.
you have a clone version come in. Don't have his name be Victor, and then after he becomes king, he's like, "Yeah, now I'm the new Victor Von Doom." That's how you reclaim the name.
Doom, don't you have a son that you sent into a parallel future?
But not his real son.
Oh, I thought that was.
No. His name's his last name's something else. That's not that. The only child that Doom technically biologically has is the one that might be his kid, but that scientist who also slept with Iron Man, and she don't know who dad is.
Oh, okay.
The kid was someone he took on his as a protege, and was going to be his kid to because Reed had a son,
Yeah.
and it didn't work out. So that's why the kid keeps disappearing from year to time.
Yep. So, oh well, that's what it's like in the House of Doom, audience, I guess. So we had one mystery Doom relative in the beginning of this arc, audience, and we ended up with another mystery Doom relative at the end. So is what it is. Any
He
Victor
was
Von
in the middle of being like Attack on Titan.
Doom? I know.
Check.
Does that? Hey, wait. What's what's Valeria doing in all this, man? Like seriously.
She's just living her life.
she got all the assets of Victor Von Doom in the will, and she's done.
Yeah, I know. So she's just living her life. Okay.
He's building on that
Shit.
secret island of Doom.
Just because you get all the assets in the will doesn't mean you're gonna use it all automatically. Jesus Christ.
People are going to place you have the access to. I feel like you should say something.
Especially how torn apart Liberia is at the moment. Where okay, you can use some stability. You know, somebody with a smart mind to come in.
Valeria Richards to rule Latveria?
Riri did.
No, I think it'll be funny.
Yeah,
I mean, she did in an alternate universe.
Riri won Latveria and then immediately made a democracy and left. She didn't rule it.
No, okay. Yeah. Anyway, it's what it is, audience. Hopefully the next couple issues get better. Chip's still have a lot.
So you see like the mask eye for the other side.
Yeah, I see that, you know.
And even more like Iron Man's eye than Doom's eye though.
Do you think that they could possibly be saying that this is the kid that potentially is Tony or Doom's child that just got aged up?
If it was, it'll be a very beautiful like visual foreshadowing.
Yeah. You know,
I love the idea that Doom, like, Tony died, so he doesn't remember the kid. Like he doesn't know the lady was pregnant. Took his kid is like very fun.
One audience, I know we talk about MC synergy every now and then, but do you think Marvel would go as far as to have the kid be Tony's biological son, who's going to end up taking the mantle of Doctor Doom?
Probably.
Like, yeah.
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it, especially because.
And they'll call him Victor. So like, okay.
I think that's going too far.
Yeah. No, he's literally referring to himself as Victor Von Doom.
I don't think exactly that kid, but if it is,
well, we'll see what the answers. We'll see what the answers are in the next issue, audience. So, you guys, have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No, let's talk about some gay people and witches.
There we go.
In the book.
Well, it's the final issue, so hey.
And to be fair, this was always a mini series anyway, so it didn't get canceled. This was always how it intended to end, you know. So
yeah, technically, right now the only like ongoing book I have is Bleeding Hearts.
You better.
I'm working on it. Jesus Christ! Do you want me to start talking about more Star Trek comics? I could do it.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Maybe Jake will pop up more if you do that, witch. So.
Maybe. We don't know. Anyways, I'm talking about Wiccan Witches Road number 5. This is the main cover, but currently I have the variant cover in hand of Billy and Teddy recreating the kiss, which is an iconic painting if you didn't know.
You should have given that to me, witch, so I could put it on thumbnail, you know? So give me the spicy stuff. Give me the spicy stuff, man. Give me the spicy stuff, man.
Later. Look, if we put the spicy stuff on, dude, we can get our video taken down, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
You're lucky I only give you gore, not sex.
Yeah, that's the one time they're like, yeah, you can't do
that.
Look, I'm going by TikTok rules, okay?
All right.
Anyways, we remember that village from like the first issue? Well, yeah, it's being attacked again. And we see a very familiar lady in purple, you know? And then we see the doctor guy and his daughter from earlier. They're trying to run away from the monsters because monsters scary. And the doctor guy gets attacked and everything like that. And the little girl's like, please, like, save me, Billy, because Billy helped him out earlier. And with some cool arrows, there's a voice off panel being like, he can't, but I can. Can you go to the next picture?
Of course.
It's of our lovely girly Kate.
Yeah. You definitely feel that she was here just for fan service reasons, but hey, who doesn't like?
Keep in mind, she also pulled up in the Death's Head miniseries with Wiccan and Hulkling in it too, kind of in a similar situation.
Because they're all close friends, audience. Even
they were on the Young Avengers. Young Avengers help each other out when they can.
Exactly, so.
Like Tommy's in this too. He wasn't even in that other book, but he's here.
There you
and
go,
he's still 20 years later. He's still in the same fucking uniform, dude. Give him a new look, Marvel, hit me up. I will design Tommy a new outfit, okay?
There
I
you
will
go.
design Tommy a new outfit, and I promise you it will be way cooler, okay? I like his original. He needs to get a new fucking suit, dude. It's been 20 years. Anyways, so before Kate could do any of her cool trick shots, Wanda and Aurora pull up, Aurora's attending to the doctor guy and everything like that, while Wanda and Kate are chatting, And Wanda's like, why the fuck are you here? What are you doing here? And Kate was like, well, I was on vacation, but America told me about Billy and Teddy, so I had to figure out what the fuck was happening. And so Wanda was like, dang, well, it's a little complicated, but they need our help. But they're pretty close, so we're gonna do great.
Exactly.
And so the little girl, I forgot her name. If she had a name, I don't know. She was like, "Are you a good witch?" And Wanda was like, "I promise, I'm a very good witch." To some people, that's debatable, but you know what? She's trying her best. She's trying her best. Okay.
Can we get a lie detector on that claim?
We're working on it. Okay.
Yeah,
We're working.
okay.
To some people, it's debatable, but she is trying her best. Okay.
Okay.
And so the little girl is like, is Billy okay? I want to see him again. And she's like, yeah, you'll get to see him very soon. He's going to fix everything. Trust me. Trust me. I know. And so we cut to Tommy basically trying to help out Billy because Billy's on fire, kind of.
Yeah.
And Tommy's leg got hurt because one way to cripple a speedster is to get rid of their speed abilities, so their legs, unless they know how to run handstand really quickly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we cut to Doll Teddy, which is what I'm calling him now, Doll Teddy, because that's what he is. Okay?
Teddy doll.
Teddy doll. Can we Marvel? If you make this into merch, I will buy like 20 of them.
It is a good advertisement here. It is a good advertisement.
Anyways, so we see we see a bunch of these like other dolls and everything like that. And Teddy's like, okay, come on, this place is already confusing enough, even when I was regular size. And he like puts up his fist and he's like, you guys want to fight? Like, I'm not scared of y'all. And the other dolls are like, yo, we're not her playthings. Trust. And he's like, oh, my bad. Well, thanks though. Thanks. And so he opens the door and he sees Morgan and she's like, oh, hello. Like, what's good? And Teddy's like, what the hell have you done with the demiurge? Like, answer me, bitch. And she's like, well, you're too late because Baba Yaga's spell has already begun and she will consume the demiurge and rewrite the laws of magic itself, She was like, she's going to cleanse the earth of these quote-unquote parasites and start anew. Because, of course, and so Teddy's like, then why the fuck are you sulking? Like, you basically got what you wanted. Like, she even gave you your magic bag. And Morgan's like, have you always...
was saying something?
I never understood why, like, every time you do a magic video, like, I want to relight the brawls of magic. You can almost damn near do anything already. If you're strong enough or you know a spell good enough, you can remember do anything.
You can do anything with magic.
What else would break the laws of magic?
That's a very counterintuitive statement. There should be no
magic is very complicated. Okay, especially in a
that would make Wanda special because hers naturally breaks the laws of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Breaks the laws of a lot of things, actually.
So
but anyway, going back
to steal her power.
I don't fucking know.
So
anyway, so Morgan's like, have you always been this touched in the head? Like, Baba Yaga writes this story, and I remain on the leash. It was the same when I was a kid. Like, this doll only contains enough of my power for like a single simple spell. She keeps the rest for herself. So yeah. And so Teddy's like, then use that spell, like, help us stop her. And she's like, why? Is it because it's the right thing to do? And Teddy's like, no, because she's fucking crazy and you're petty. Okay, and what if the great Morgan Le Fay, if not petty? I mean,
yeah, not wrong.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways, anywhoosies. So we cut to Billy being on fire, and he's like, he's trying to focus and everything like that, but he can't for some reason. And Tommy's just trying to do his best, even with a broken leg, He's trying to put out the fire and all that other stuff, And he's like, wait, I gotta find the water. Because guess what? It's not working, man. It's not working. He doesn't know what to do, man. He's freaking out. He doesn't want Billy to die.
Yeah.
And so basically, Tommy grabs, like holds Billy's hand, in both of his hands, and basically Billy's like, wait a fucking minute, the fucking giant's tears.
Oh, ooh, there you
And so
go.
basically, Tommy opens the gourd and it works. So Billy is not on fire anymore.
Hey.
So yay. And like even with a broken leg, Tommy is still carrying Billy on his fucking shoulders, dude. That's fucking wild, dude. Last time I checked, your leg was broken. You should not be doing this. But you know what?
He heals fast. Let's
The
just say
speedster,
that.
after all.
So.
Anyways, so basically, Tommy and Billy go outside, and we see a monster Baba Yaga being like, "Haha, bitch, what's good?" And so basically, entraps Tommy in like wood, I guess you could say. He's not turning into a tree; he's just being covered by like tree. That makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And so Baba Yaga's like, "Yeah, let's try this again." Blah. Fucking blast Billy for no reason. And so basically, before Billy can get severely injured, basically someone from off panel is like, "Don't worry, I got you. You good." And so, Baba Yaga is like, "You disappointing, ignorant girl. You dumb bitch. I gave you a gift and you spit it in my face. What did you hope to achieve?"
Just so the audience know, the person who said that from off screen was me.
Well, she's wearing a cunty outfit. Can you go to the next picture real quick? I don't remember what I sent.
Yeah. Let's see. Next picture.
Yeah, perfect timing. So she's wearing a cunty outfit because it is Morgan Le Fay, and you have to wear a cunty outfit. Okay, that's very important. Cryptid.
Yep.
If you're gonna be
Not
a
complaining.
badass petty ass bitch, you gotta be cunty about it.
I'm not complaining on how she dresses. Let's put it that way, audience. So, yeah.
Okay, Austin, you gotta be cunty about it. Very
I can do that brick wall.
I mean, you are a brick wall, but you can be cunty about it. Do you want me to put like fishnets on you? We could find out a way. We could give you a boob window.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, we'll discuss the boob window later. Anyways, so Morgan's just holding Billy like over her shoulder, and she's like, "Well, I will stop you, and I feel like rewarding myself, so I'll cut your heart from your chest." And Baba Yaga is like, "Ha, transmutation won't be enough to threaten me." And she's like, "Yeah, you're right. I won't threaten you, but..." So Teddy pulls up, and with the sword, he yeets the sword. But it's still enough to trick you, because remember, Teddy is a shapeshifter, bitch.
Exactly. Yeah.
They don't get to utilize it that much, but when they do, they do.
Exactly.
And so basically, he eats the sword right through Baba Yaga's face, and so basically, Billy's like, Teddy, how'd you do that?" And he's like, "Oh, thank Morgan. She helped me out a little bit." And Billy's like, "Oh, well, Tommy's like, perfect timing. I take back any mean thing I've ever said about you in my entire life." And so basically, Teddy just leaves them by a tree to to chill out, because one was covered in fire and the other one has his leg broken.
Yeah.
And so basically, Teddy's like, "Okay, well, we'll unpack all that later. Y'all stay here." And Billy's like, "Yeah, and you, Morgan, alone won't stop her. She's too fucking strong." But guess who pulls up? The girly division. Yippee! The girly division, aka Aurora, Kate, and Wanda, they pull up. And so, we got a nice little reunion with Kate and Teddy, and Wanda's like, "Oh, my sweet summer child. My sweet summer children." R.I.P. Austin, guys.
Aww.
She's like, "Okay, let me heal y'all. I knew you shouldn't have done this." And Billy's like, "Well, I'll be fine. I just need a minute."
Yeah.
And Wanda's like, "Well, I'm trying. Baba Yaga's using the demiurge to rewrite the mystic language faster than I could keep up. But we're working on it." the girlies are pulling up when they can, but don't worry. Remember the so-called the other demiurge, the one that kind of looks lizard-like partially with the
Yeah.
scales. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they call out to Billy, and so basically Teddy and Billy are up in the air right now, and they're over Baba Yaga's mouth, and Billy's like, okay, hear me out. Yeet me down into this bitch's mouth. And he's like, your parents are gonna be so pissed at me. And he's like, it's fine. I'll be back. Trust me. Okay. And so he's like, okay, well, I love you. Yeet, like, drops him into her mouth, Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we see that kiddo from earlier in the snow, like in a playground, covered in snow with like a flower dragon. And, they kind of have like a heart to heart, and he's like, okay, I guess I can now finally ask you something. So, like, why me? Like, why not like Wanda or Ileana? Like, why not someone obvious, like someone who deserves it? And they're like, you're so fucking stupid. Like, I'm not an idea, or like a voice. Like, I'm literally you in the same way that you are me. Okay, we've all like we're like this. Okay, like from the very fucking beginning. And Billy's like, till the very end, and everything like that. He was like, I just wanted someone to make a snowman with. And guess that, like, I invented one because I just wanted someone to make the snowman with.
Yeah.
And so the kid's like, are you going to throw me away? And Billy's like, I won't. I promise. Like, we're just going to finish this just like we always do together. And guess what? Guess who pulls up? Guess who pulls up out of Baba Yaga's mouth?
Ooh, next page.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do.
Dragons!
Yay.
Or dragons have invaded Dave and Buster's. Okay, I'll stop.
Okay.
Anyway, so Billy can use his magic again. Yippee! So yeah, they do a cool little fight scene and everything, and basically Billy uses a spell to turn to dust. Austin's back.
Yay.
Basically chains Baba Yaga down and balances the world, how it is. And she's like, what have you done, Kaplan? Why haven't you killed me? And Billy's like, because I don't fucking need to, man. Who do I look like to you? Do I look like Morgan to you? Like, who the fuck do you think I look like? And he's like, I've taken away your magic, but maybe in the future you might earn it back. Maybe.
We'll see. Yeah.
And she's like, no, you can't do this. I reunited the two of you, like, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yeah, and I told you should have known better than to fuck with the demiurge, you dumb bitch. Yeah.
Yep.
And basically she's like, well, you should be thanking me, you ungrateful little insect. And he's like, yup, you're right. Thanks. And she's like, you think you've beaten me? You can't even begin to imagine, blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. He's like, yeah, whatever. And it's like, maybe not, but I know someone who does care. Morgan was good. And so basically he frees Morgan from the shit that Baba Yaga did. And she's like, are you gonna regret this? Like, is this where you're gonna tell me that I'm not as truly as bad as I thought? And Billy's like, nah, you're much worse. You're ugly, cruel, and vain, but you did help us out. So I'm gonna put you in a cunty ass outfit again. I can look past this for this one time, but do not make me regret this, okay?
Yeah.
And so basically Morgan's like, imagine what your mother would say, like and so Billy's like, she's putting a lot of faith in me. You might be wondering who, Wanda or Rebecca. We'll see later, okay? We'll see who we talk about. And so Morgan's like, don't be a stranger, Kaplan. There's so much I can teach you. And so Billy flies up and he's like, well, goodbye, Nameless. Like, I'll be seeing you later. He never got his cloak back from Morgan.
Aw.
Yeah. Feels weird for him to not have the cloak on, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Morgan starts singing a little tune while doing some magic shit, but it's green. Remember that? And so basically Billy and Teddy have a nice good old hug. They go back to New York to hang out with Billy's actual fucking parents. The ones that birthed them, Jeff and Rebecca Kaplan. Okay. Anyways, So Rebecca's like, "Oh, you and Teddy can stay as long as you'd like. Like your father and I are always happy to have you home." And so basically, Billy goes to take a shower, and he's like, "I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've missed the pre-war pipes." And Teddy's like, "Do you think your parents would mind crashing here?" And Billy's like, "It'll only be a couple of weeks. Like it's fine." And he's like, when Teddy's like, "I just don't want them to think that we're too noisy." And Billy's like, "Well, they're not home right now, so we can be as loud as we fucking want."
There you go.
My question is,
What?
when are we getting the Billy and Teddy kids soon? And the real question is, how are they getting these kids? There are multiple ways with these two.
I know, and you won't be able to fall into the trap where if superhero couples have a children, then in that case how much time has passed will be determined on how old that kid is, right? Hey,
And
because
also keep in mind,
Mhm.
one's a shapeshifter, the other one's the
Exactly.
literal demiurge. Anything
Mhm.
is fucking possible. How do you
Exactly.
think Billy was a thing in the first place? Because Wanda did Wanda shit.
Exactly. So it is.
Anyways,
Mhm.
anyways, I'm waiting for that Marvel. Are you gonna give us Mpreg, Teddy Mpreg? When is this happening? Not yet.
No. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyways, so basically later, they're walking out in the park and everything like that, wearing casual clothes for the first time in God knows how long. And they go to a
Mhm.
tree with a rune in it. And, they got to open up, they got to open it up. They got to open up the tree, they got to go home. And
Mhm.
so basically they enter in a snowy mountainous area, and we see, we see that the slugger guy, the Baba Yaga's old servant dude, everything. And
Yeah.
welcomes him back. And Billy's like, "Well, he walked all the way back from the Arctic Circle when I told him that Baba Yaga left. So he just kind of stuck around. He's pretty chill."
Mhm.
And so he's like, "I'm still figuring out what the bathroom is, but a few rugs and an armchair wouldn't hurt." And can you go to the
Mhm.
last picture now?
Yep. Do-do-do.
And so basically, they now kind of live in Baba Yaga's house,
Not
What?
like you're.
basically leaving her in the fucking dust. But now at least Billy can finally be the demiurge again, in his own little way.
Mhm.
And yeah. So that's basically
It's a
where the book
better. It's a better.
ends. Huh?
Yeah, it's a better ending. It left them in a better spot than when we last saw them during that geez, what was that? The Imperial event, So hey, at
Oh
least they
well,
get
I
some
have
time
to
to
get
chill.
Wiccan and Hulkling Raid of Ultron #1 in this month, so that's something I
I
do.
won't lie, bro. I'm starting to hate this family. I'm just so
Whoa.
listen.
Which family? There's like a bajillion of them.
Billy's family. Why they keep stealing
Oh.
other people's houses?
Because Billy is built different, okay? He's the
I
literal
need people.
demiurge. Let him have this bitch's house, okay? He'll find the bathroom, Austin, if that's
Listen,
what you're worried about. He'll
no.
find the rest.
I'm just sick of the Wanda did the same thing, and this is my problem. People don't know. When it comes to Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme says, you're not supposed to get all his stuff when you take that title. He didn't get that for somebody. Why everyone keep taking his clothes, his house, his butler? Like, what's wrong with you people?
Oh
Well, tell that
God,
to
yeah.
fucking Loki who did that one time, okay?
No,
I
they
think
ever
you
did
just
Loki
have.
did
I
it, now
think you
everyone
just
does it.
have beef with magic users.
I don't think I do. I probably do at this point, to be honest. The only
Hey.
magic user I consistently like is magic.
You hating on magic users reminds me of a very specific Quebecois speedster who also hates magic users in a way. Besides like two.
I guess what Austin really wants is there to be law and order in the magic world. Maybe
Bitch,
we should have like
it's the magic world. Are you fucking out of your mind? You're not
maybe
getting
we
that
We
shit.
almost had that, but people didn't want to read Don's and Hitman Gods.
That's true. That's true. Send your complaints to them, audience. Send your complaints to them. But no, as somebody who really isn't that much invested in Wiccan, really nothing against the character. It's just it's okay. But hey, I read this book. It kept me entertained. As an average Wiccan
And
fan.
I'm glad
So.
that they didn't try to pull any MCU synergy outside of like the
Mhm.
name, which made me
Yeah,
happy because if they tried to pull that shit, I would have been really pissed. And that's
that's
putting
true.
it nicely.
That's true. I feel like if you're going to get your first Wiccan experience, I think this is a good. This is a good enough book to start off with. It gets
I
you up
wouldn't
to know the
recommend it to be
character.
your first Wiccan book only because like you kind of need like the idea of who he is first minus
Yeah,
the demiurge powers. So I would
yeah.
personally recommend Young Avengers #1, Volume 1.
There you go.
That's from
And at the end,
2005, 21 years ago, bitch.
damn,
If
damn.
Billy and Hulk will ever have a kid, I want the kid to be straight. Cause I want to see someone try to tackle a straight couple raising a straight, a gay couple raising a straight kid. I don't do that
Yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah,
You
that could
know,
be
when
something
I
on the
was making
box.
my version of Joanne Bouvier, I thought about making her straight, and then I thought about it, and I was like, no, with the way that I'm writing her, it does not make sense for this girl to be straight.
Hmm.
That is a chaotic bisexual woman. Okay,
Hmm. Gotcha.
let the
Well,
kid be whatever they want.
well, we'll see where that goes, audience. I don't know if we're going to be seeing Billy or Teddy popping up anytime in the near future, but hey,
Bitch, they're
this.
showing up in May.
Oh well. I mean, aside from May, So, all right.
My
Oh
question
yeah.
is, Marvel, when are you gonna give Tommy a new fucking costume, dude?
That often must be
Honestly,
stinking.
if it was up to me, he would have been hanging out with North Star and Kyle, and he would have gotten a cool new outfit, and he would have still probably been dating David. I don't know,
I
but
personally
like,
want to go on an adventure with Luna, Quicksilver Kid.
I would appreciate that.
Hmm.
Give Tommy a new costume 2026 for his 20
Who's
year
the
anniversary, dude.
Yeah.
Who's the writer for this book, by the way?
Let me grab the book again. I don't remember because
Let's
I'm dumb.
see.
And this ain't doing
Something
this Wanda book.
Kennedy.
It
Something
is
Kennedy. Something
Wyatt
Kennedy.
Kennedy. Wyatt
Okay,
Kennedy.
I thought this thing got to the Wanda book. I was like, yeah, you gonna see that kid again.
Hmm.
It's Wyatt
Gotcha.
Kennedy who wrote the book.
Gotcha. But anyway, all right then, guys. Any final thoughts before we move on?
Give me the Billy and Teddy kid.
Mhm. Gotcha. All right then, audience. I guess with that, we can move on to the next book. So here we go. We're going to be talking about my book, Wolverine: Weapons of Armageddon, issue number 3. Audience,
I fucking hate Wolverine, dude.
but this is okay. He's just a part of this book. Like this is all setting up that Armageddon event. Funny enough, you could tell Chip Zdarsky really wants to give David some spotlight, because this issue is actually talking more about David's past. Specifically eh, his first time entering the Super Soldier program. We see him being experimented on, talking to the doctor about their beliefs, this and that. I mean, it was a painful operation to give David Colden the super soldier serum, right? Or at least this variety of it. And that's when you get introduced to Chuck, because apparently David wasn't the only one that they tested this serum on. I mean, there's like a little bit of a budding rivalry between David and
Don't
Chuck.
ever dap me up after you just took your shirt off.
No, I mean they're in the doctor's office.
No,
You
I'm
know?
saying dap me up before you do that.
Hmm? Oh, I mean, well, I didn't think you go for a physical audience,
I'm trying to
So
save him from the implications. You know how fans are.
yeah. But anyway, regardless, they have some good banter because, like, Chuck is like saying, "Hey, watch it because you might be my Bucky," basically, which one of us gonna be? Because there's only gonna be one Captain America after all this. So it was all cool and all. He
Like
got the
Mike
serum.
who dies in the war.
There you go. So they both got the serum, and this is when General Ross sends them on their first mission. Actually. So we'll get more to that later on as I talk about this book. But going back to the present, remember, Wolverine is in David's house along with that other mutant Wolverine has with him. With him, her power is to track other mutants. So yeah, they just got a rocket launched at them from Nuke, who's after David because, like, remember, audience, David's been destroying other super soldier serum facilities, and he might be in possession. He knows the whereabouts of that kid that Nuke's group was testing on. And also that kid also is in possession of one of those origin boxes. So yeah, a lot going on. And during this, apparently, David had set off explosives in his house just in case a situation like this happens. So once Nuke and his men come in, he ignites and blows up his own house. So, like, damn, dude really is like Rambo with a serum, audience. I just gotta say that. So yeah, I thought that was cool. But then that's when we go back to the flashback with David and Chuck. This is their first mission, right? Okay, so remember, audience, this was a post 9/11. This was a post 9/11 timeline. So right now they get orders to go after this one person named. Okay, sorry if I mispronounce it. Khalid Al Omar, a suspected terrorist, actually. So with a broken arm.
Dude, all they talk about on a brown lantern, but we have a brown captain. Look at those fake shields.
Well, this is before any of them are actually considered Cap. This is their test run. They haven't they literally haven't earned the stars and stripes yet, Austin. So this is pretty much prototype Cap right now. So anyway, they're under suspicion about this Khalid fella who who was scheduled to fly one of the planes during 9/11, but he had to take a leave of absence because he had a broken arm. So they have to go capture him, right? And when they find him, of course, Khalid, he pulls a gun on them and tries escaping. He puts up quite a fight, actually, and while Chuck was going after him, Chuck unfortunately succumbed to a heart attack. Okay, more on that later. So we cut back to the present time. Nuke is reporting to his superior officers and this and that, and they get word that, okay, it looks like Wolverine is getting assistance from this former Captain America, David Colton. He was part of the Super Soldier Form 01 called Project Renewal. Let's see. Okay, and we get more intel as to what this Project Renewal ended up happening, because the procedure actually damaged the hearts of the applicants. Oh shoot.
What is she putting Deadpool in?
Wait, what was that, Austin?
What is we put in Deadpool?
That was Wolverine's healing factor that was put in Deadpool.
Yeah, we got to farm Wolverine, bro.
Oh, come on. We can't.
We need to milk Wolverine dry like X-Men movies did.
Oh, jeez, dude. You want to make...
You want a real super soldier, just hook Wolverine up to the machine. All right?
You want an endless supply of stem cells from Wolverine is what you're telling me, Austin,
Yeah.
Okay, but regardless, we see the CEO guy, like, okay, just basically picture him as a Caucasian guy in a suit with blonde hair. I don't know if this is supposed to be that the guy who's supposed to get the Juggernaut powers from the origin box. Again, I don't know whose powers in this box, audience. It might be him, might not be.
Like?
Huh?
What do you look like?
As I said, he's a Caucasian guy. He kind of looks like Steve Rogers, actually. Caucasian guy in a business suit, blonde hair.
It's probably exactly looks like.
Yeah, it might be him. So we'll see. But then we cut back to the flashback again. David finds Chuck. He's dead on the ground. He can't believe what happened to Chuck. And but Chuck is telling him, we got to continue the mission, man. Go after him. So that's what David does. Unfortunately, that Khalid guy does manage to get on an airplane, and as he's taking off, you see David like right in front of that, in the path of that airplane, and yeah, David basically smashes that airplane as it's heading towards him. Like, damn, what's his shield made out of, man? Just like, again, another testament to the strength that David has. Oh boy. So yeah, you cut back to like David come.
Up at this point.
Wait, what was that, Austin?
If I survive, I'm giving up.
If you survive, you give up. What?
If I survive crashing this car into a man, he ricochets it like this, I'm giving up.
No, and that's an airplane, by the way, Austin. So,
I know. So if I survive this plane, hitting this dude full on, and you see the whole plane crumbling on itself, if I live, I give up.
Okay, yeah. Damn, this is what America's packing, apparently. Anyway, so we cut back to David, getting his physical checkup from the doctor who gave him serum. And this is where like the doctor brings it up. Like, look, Chuck's family had a history of heart issues, but I do gotta warn you, this serum is still in an experimental phase. You might be looking at 5 to 10 years of your lifespan left. You're like, oh well, look, I don't want to feel like I'm defending like the doctor situation in this, but this isn't like a case of like what happened to Isaiah Bradley and the rest of the group who were given the serum without their consent. Uh, David, you kind of had to have known that this was still an experimental procedure that you were testing,
It's half and half for me because you look at the Chuck thing. If you knew this man had heart, suffering his family, he probably wanted the people use to test your thing.
Yeah, So,
but when it
for all
David, and everything David is checking out, it is probably like we had perfected soldiers. Like you would know we had perfected super soldiers. So you should have experimental.
I know. And in the doctor situation, right? Because like the doctor himself, he's very passionate about the medical field as much as David is with serving the country, right? Like the doctor brings up a point, like saying, "Look, if I could have a breakthrough that saves lives but shortens mine, I will leap at the chance." Basically, David, look at this as you making the most out of the time you have. You're given a gift that most people will never be able to have. You have opportunities to make real change, basically, that sort of speech. And that's where the doctor gave him like the Captain America uniform, saying, "You're Captain America. Now go make that mean something." Like, oh, this is basically like his David's version of the Erskine speech. So I thought that was pretty good. But during this in the present, right? One that mutant that was with Wolverine, the one who could track other mutants. Yeah, she's dead. She got too injured from the explosion. And that kid that's trying to break free from that guy experimented on, he wants to go back and basically destroy that facility as well. He goes to their hideout and he has an origin box, by the way, audience. And he thought he could take them all on, but apparently he didn't because they brought in Nuke and sorry, let me bring in Austin.
Oh
Austin,
yeah, I was you say the lady died. I was like, yeah, I'm so sick of mutant powers. Just being able to track other mutants, bro. We have so many different ways they do that. If Sentinels can do it since the 80s, it shouldn't be that hard. You should have like an X-Man locator, like a Dragon Ball thing in your hand.
I only know one mutant that could do that. I didn't know there were multiple ones.
It was Caliban. It feels like every time they need one, they make a new one up.
Okay, and to be fair, any psychic mutant out there could track a mutant likely. So yeah. Okay, but yeah, she's dead, and right now so it's now up to David and Wolverine teaming up in this. And as they go to the facility, they do find that kid. Unfortunately, he got the beating of his life by Nuke, who not only beat that kid, But like you see that Nuke obviously has some upgrades right now, and now he has the origin
He looks
boxes.
like Bane.
Oh, you know what? I think that's a perfect way to look at Nuke right now, audience. He does look like Bane. Yikes, yikes. So he traded the red, white, and blue pills.
The kid is drooling.
Yeah, he got dude. He got an ass whooping, man. What can you say? You know, uh man, and look, Nuke even traded the red, white, and blue American flag on his face for his buckle, apparently. So we'll see what happens there. The issue ends, and audience, I am foreseeing David getting at least a one shot in the near future. You know, he kind of has to. You know, I feel like he's the best thing that Chip Zdarsky has done so far in his Captain America one that's been consistent, at least. You know,
As long as he's still one of the main writers, like he said, for the next 2 years, David's going to be used. His thing is he has to make Colton likable enough and marketable enough that the next writer decides to keep going.
And I have
But
the
we
opposite.
both know Captain America writers do not care. You can introduce the greatest character all time to run before this. That guy would never come back up in the next run.
It's funny you should mention that because, like, you know, I was in a conversation with another reviewer on this because, like, you know, they're under the assumption that maybe by the end, David will die. But here's the thing: I think with the heart condition he has right now, David is entering his man running out of time story route. You know, I don't know if he's actually
agree.
yeah. Yeah, so you set up a time bomb basically with that heart
Yeah, I would say,
condition.
and with him getting the origin box powers, if he does like we think he will, it definitely will exasperate his heart issues.
Exactly, you know,
all the extra strain on his body.
Exactly, and I wouldn't be too sad about that, audience, because once again, it's an ongoing thing I've noticed over the years that like Captain America characters are a real flip of a coin, more with how writers tend to handle them. So if they do retire, if they do kill off David Colton, I would just see that as more quality over quantity. Well, bad quantity, you know. So yeah, I just hope like Chip Zdarsky could write David for give him the proper send off, you know, because again, he does want to make the most out of the opportunities he has right now, you know, all that pain and sacrifice he went through, he wants it to mean something at the end of the day, you know. So
Marvel should retcon it so all superheroes get their clothes from like Janet Van Dyne, because who the fuck made these stretchy ass pants?
Government backing, unstable molecules. You make up an explanation.
No. All per unstable molecules is Reed Richards. That way you got to make it Janet Van Dyne. She shrinks and grows. She knows what you need. All right, she can have clothes that can be used for size alteration. Okay. This should be a Janet Van Dyne outfit.
Okay, and to be fair, Austin, like I don't see many people complaining every time Bruce Banner turns into a Hulk, and
I complain.
Just magically still stay intact enough to hide the family jewels, you know. So
I complain because I feel like he should be more like the Thing, where it becomes like a you know, like the Speedo look when he does it. I think that would be funny.
I guess. But yeah, it was a good issue overall. I have my ups and downs about Chip's Captain America run currently. But
his interview after all this is over is going to be very entertaining.
Oh yeah, I think also another thing is like this is actually the story Chip has wanted to write with David since the beginning, you know, so that kind of helps too, you know. So yeah, one shot of David Colton at least is going to happen in the future. Printed audience, I'm betting on that. So anyway, yeah. Any final thoughts, Austin, before we move on?
No, we can go.
Gotcha.
Not good.
Gotcha. And the next one is an Austin book.
Doom 2099.
An hour and a half.
Yay! All right. The next one
Doom
shouldn't take that long.
2099. The Rage of Doom. So if you don't remember, the last time we left him off, this is the Doom that won against the heroes back in the day.
Yep.
Everyone died. he felt bad about it. He realized, oh damn, I really fucked up. And, and
I
now he has to
brought
deal with the pieces of
I
Ultron
brought
coming back.
I brought doom to all their lives. God dang it!
I lived up to my name. I'm a fool.
Yep.
But there's a key difference here I'm gonna bring up. So the issues don't go to the next picture yet.
Yeah.
It starts off with Doom talking about how he can stop the golly man, how he can protect the world from nuclear war, straight asteroids, natural disasters, all that. Predicting how the world can end. No one really, figures it out. No one really knows how the world's gonna end. But he knows for certain he did not see it come like this. He did not see him doing it.
Okay.
Same one about Doom. He did want to rule the world, not destroy the world. And it ends with him laid out. I don't think I sent this picture, but there's a picture of him laid out surrounded by like 30 heroes.
Yeah, I have that book. I have the book in front of me. Like Reed Richards, of course, has to be the one to deliver the line that
No,
your reign.
not that yet. Not that yet. The key difference here I wanted to bring up. If I wish I had the picture, but I forgot. I already had like 4 pictures. I wasn't trying to do all that. So if you look at that picture on that screen, a person is here that should not be here, and it's Doctor Strange.
Oh wow!
If you remember, the whole point with all this was Doctor Strange was dead, and Doom took apart his soul on the other stuff. But Doctor Strange is here, and not only is he here, he's in his Asgard outfit. So this is like very recently Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it might have been an oversight from the artist, So.
Either that or Strange did a beeline to come back to life, and that's how they won. Because they were winning. This is not how the last event was going.
That's
people know when they started getting even the last event, he just blew off his armor and he almost killed everybody.
I mean, for God's sakes, Diane Rand is here as Iron Fist. I'm looking at that picture right now, So
yeah, I forgot about that too. So what the hell's happening?
Yeah, again, there was an oversight from the writer, So
that dude had a list of names. He just started drawing stuff. But like you said, Reed's the one has to start talking, and when Reed starts talking, Doom starts thinking. You already know the moment when Doom Reed said anything, he was like, "So how do I make this about me?" He's a deranged over Emperor. Doom's like, bro, Emperor. He said that shit was so much disdain. And yet here I was, the fucking Emperor, Sorcerer Supreme, ruler of the world, whether this motherfucker his friends like it or not. I couldn't give a damn.
Yep.
And Reed's like, you gotta accept that you must accept that you lost, bro. And Doom says, bro, come on. I accept nothing. You're a fucking idiot. And I have you exactly where I want you. And he self-explodes the whole fucking city.
And I bring out that picture. Yep. Damn.
He didn't nuke the planet, the city, of course, but he blew it all the way up with bombs. He made sure no one survived. He made these bombs to the point that he was like, even Hulk here. Hulk, who is here for some reason. Both Hulks are here.
Yeah.
Both Hulks are in this picture. Bro, this bitch is funny as hell looking back on it now. I feel like every time I turn back, I see somebody who should not be in this fight.
Yep.
Even Mystique's here, bro. Kingpin's here. Kingpin and Elektra in this fight, bro. You know, bro, this writer was crippin'. Bro, that's regular Venom. That's not even the last 2 versions of Venom. That's regular Venom.
And that's Elektra in her actual outfit, not the one where she's
bro, he do like 90s Venom.
Yep.
You know what, bro? This dude did not do any research. He wrote on his book.
It was a paycheck. So,
but he blows up this whole city, kills all the heroes. But obviously, that led to Valerian and them dying. But they teleport in. You don't really get that picture here, but that's what's implied happened.
Yeah.
Because we know that's the only reason Doom truly cares.
Yep.
Because Valerian and them died.
Right.
But funny enough, we get a first picture of him talking about his victory afterwards. Like we do see that he fights the time traveler people. That was his last book was about. The time traveler people like Deathlock, Old Man Logan, Rachel Summers, Bishop, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Maestro. It's not Maestro Hulk. It's this is the son from that event. Yeah, who grew old. The son for Old Man Logan who grew old.
Yeah, Brucey is something like that. So
I'll keep getting his name. But Doom, beat them all. 99 went back in time to tell like regular Doom, hey yo, bro, chill. You gonna kill everybody, we all get fucked up. And Doom beats his ass.
Mm-hmm.
So as he's hurt in his castle, thinking about his Doom, a Doombot walks up and it's Valeria. Obviously, you don't think it's her, the Doombot at first, but he reveals that she's a Doombot. Go to the picture. I think I sent it.
Yep, I got it.
And I was like, "You're a down, dirty motherfucker."
After Dr. Doom killed off all the heroes and basically wiped out New York, like, damn, you still take up the Doom mantle. Wow.
No.
Wow.
No. So it's a Doombot, to be fair. It's not a real her.
Okay.
But I meant like he's dirty for this.
Okay.
As much as they wanted to be like, oh yeah, him and Valeria had this bond, you just murdered her fucking parents.
God.
And then you murder everybody because Johnny and them was there and Franklin and them was there because all of them teleported. You murdered her whole family and still made a Doombot so you can look at her. Nigga, look at that picture.
She literally calls Doom Master, audience.
The dude's a freak. You might have to call somebody. He might be Deathstroke too.
Dude, Victor did something to Valeria, man. I don't know how else to explain it when she was a child, man. This is way too deep of a connection to go on, so yeah. Austin?
I do she do bring up this statement in this picture. Was like, I do have a question. Did you not send me along with them to protect me? That would the other Doombots believe. So this made me think, the Doombots we saw when Valeria found them on the island?
Yeah.
It seems 29 sent them all back to Valeria. He sent them back in time to Valeria.
Okay.
And that's why they were on that island. That was you bring up here. Did you not send us back to protect her while you weren't there?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, that's a shitty way to reveal that. But you created me in her image, the image of your beloved granddaughter Valeria. He's like, nonsense. I am Doom. I am above such sentimentality. And she'll like apologize. But what was this girl like? And he gave a whole speech, but I was like, shut the fuck up. I was done. She was special to me. Her death affects me the most. She wasn't there that day with my other foes. I don't even know how she ultimately died. Like, what?
Oh my god, dude!
You're the second graded. You're supposed to be like a top 5 magic user. You can't find her. They ain't no locator spell.
Oh man, it's not like you
was she alone when she died. No, nigga, she probably her brother who you also killed. You didn't care about that one.
Oh my god, dude! It's just making it worse and worse, audience. Like.
Well, not parking on this dude. You see some people in the desert walking around with Ultron's mask.
Yeah.
And Doom starts stressing. We get like this panel, like their faces half like the cover. And he's like, Ultron, an artificial intelligence of incredible strength and vulnerability. They gave sentience. And he rebelled against his maker, Hank Pym. And then time and time again against the world. I do it again. No. Still, I myself was able to bring him to his knees during so-called Secret Wars. Oh wait, is that Secret Wars?
The original
picture.
one.
Like he's talking about like 2015, like legit.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the artist like
I keep getting the same Doom, so it's like he keeps throwing me off.
Yeah.
So I guess you beat him at Secret Wars, bro. That was like 1,000 years ago for you though. Like, what are you talking about? Does it matter?
It was fumbled by the artist, I guess. So
he's like, do I do it again? He wants to use Ultron to To
Kick the
repair
time
his
machine.
time platform. So for some reason he can't do it. I'm like, this dude's dumb. He has brain damage.
That's the only explanation you can give.
Every step in this book makes Doom look worse. Like a person.
Yep.
So he fixes Ultron, ties him up to the machine, to fix the time platform. And obviously, Ultron being Ultron, he wakes up, says, "There's a lot of robots here. I guess I'm in control now."
You
Like, what the fuck was you thinking?
Doom basically gave Ultron an army. Like, yeah.
Like, this is one of the worst books for Doom I ever read. Like, this, like, if you're one of those people who enjoy Doom because he's like the biggest loser, this is the best book you ever read.
Yeah.
This is the most loser, smart man shit I ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did he get an army, he also gave them their own free will. Something Doom would never do. And Virgin Larry did betray his punk ass.
I saw opportunity in Ultron's arrival.
He says it here. And in turn, he freed us. Why? Haven't I always treated you all well? You especially? No, that you treated us like slaves. We were never your equal. And Ultron has showed us you are not ours.
Ooh.
I do like this because you see the people in the hoods and stuff.
Yeah.
Are the Doom bots he made like other heroes.
Yeah.
So he's getting fought by like Daredevil. Daredevil, Captain America. No, it's very funny looking.
Yeah.
Doom blows up the building again. He pulls his favorite hit ults from his future Marvel rival ult, where he just self-explodes. Go to the next picture.
Right there.
He just blows up the building again. I'm like, bro, the last time you did kill everybody you care about, you gonna do it again? Learn a new move.
Oh, yeah.
And as you can see, we see Valeria, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Captain America, Daredevil. I can't tell. It look like Thor on the right.
Colossus.
Oh yeah, Colossus by his ass. But I just thought it was funny, bro. It is a cool, but it's just a funny visual. And also, he started talking shit. He's like, "Huh? Accept your fate, you talking monkey." I'm like, "Well, nigga, this breather." I never heard Ultra call us a monkey in our lives.
Oh man.
He's like, "Bro, it's too late for you to stop me."
Yep.
To stop any of us.
And Doom literally gets stabbed in the back, apparently, in this panel.
Wait. Before that, I want you to know. What he does, he gets stabbed in the back by what looks like a
hand, one of the robot hands.
Yeah, I thought it was like supposed to be like Invisible Woman, only her arm invisible.
Yeah.
But if you notice, this artist just drew the same robots again and again. Now it's the I guess to be fair, I guess it's the broken pieces getting back up and fighting him. So I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
But the first I ain't gonna lie, the first time I saw it, I was very confused. I was like, this artist lazy? What's happening here? Why are you drawing the thing? He just destroyed these robots. Why are they back? But Ultra's like, bro, I'm sure you know my ultimate goal is always to destroy all life. But thanks to you, that goal has never been closer to being done. You might be my GOAT. But now I only have one thing left to do. If I kill you, then I win. And you look at like Ultron's body, what he was doing was he was calling all the robot pieces back to him to make a body. And I wish I got this picture. But he turns up big into a giant Hulkbuster.
Oh my god, dude. He looks fat, but still very creepy.
Yeah, I got the wrong picture. Go to the next one I had.
Gotcha. I mean, Ultron literally is like in a fat robot body with the heads of all the heroes around him in random spots, you know?
It's his version of a Hulkbuster, everyone. I guess you call it a Doombuster. And Doom tries to, do magic and fight him and stuff. Doesn't work that well. Doom ultimately escapes. I think he teleported out with the time capsule, that time platform that Ultron fixed.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean anything because Ultron's back and he's back at full power. He done made that big bulky body into an actual, Ultron looking body with the picture I have on the screen.
Yep.
And he's like, Of course, now that I destroyed that platform again, guess what? You can't land because you didn't get out before I stopped it. The time
Oh,
platform sends you back in time, but also delivers you in your time period safely. Because I destroyed it the moment you went through, you're just stuck in the time frame. So you know what that means?
nope.
That means the
Nope.
next doomed 29 book is going to be Kang. Because Kang's the only person who can save him.
Oh, yeah. Pretty much. Well,
But
if
I
you
do
want to
like the
lose,
final picture because you're looking at you see like all different time periods. So I feel like the Jet McKay Avengers. You see
let's see,
Apocalypse, his rise.
Age of Apocalypse, yeah. To
Yeah, I don't know. Some of this stuff is just random stuff. You see, but I don't know. This book was just it's a side book they want to do for the Doctor Doom storyline they're setting up.
yeah.
But this is not the same writer doing all of it. Like this isn't Ryan North,
It's Frank Thierry.
and it's also not Chip Zdarsky. So it's like it's just I feel like some random guy rambling. Like let me put my story here, and it's not that great. Seeing Ultron beat Doom is entertaining, but
Yeah.
for to get to that point, Doom had to make like a lot of dumb choices. Doom usually would not make if Reed Richards isn't involved.
Right. So, yeah.
So I don't know.
It is what it
It's
is.
okay.
Yeah. I don't know where they're gonna go with this
Cool
story.
cover. I think the cover alone is worth to a look, but not enough to. I don't know about spending $4 for it.
That's true. I mean, it has been a while since I've seen Ultron go boss mode in a while, so it
Yeah, I
is
would say
what
if
it
you're an
is.
Ultron fan, I think it's worth the buying it for that because it's probably going to be the only Ultron you get in a long time.
Yep. Now we just need Ultron to go and hack the Sentinels out there, audience.
I'm
So
still surprised they never did that. That would be like the easiest X-Men event of all time.
exactly.
Have Ultron. Ultron should have showed up in the end of Iron Man 2020 and took over the Robot Revolution. That's what you should have did.
Exactly.
He would
Yep.
have had the Sentinels. He would have had the Iron Man robots. He would have had the Iron Man Sentinel. He would have had literally everything in that
He,
fight.
nah, his side of the robot community would have been like the robotic supremacists, like we are above humans, down with meat bags, and that stuff, So yeah, yeah. Anyway, it was a good issue, I wish I could keep it in my collection, but it's completely drenched in water, So, all right, Austin, any final thoughts before we move on to the last book?
You
You
got
better,
less
guy.
than 10 minutes to finish the last book.
Oh, that's good.
The last book not yours?
What book is it?
Oh boy,
only have a book.
that's so ironic. We're talking about Nectar number 2, audience. You
You got
see,
less than
hey,
10 minutes.
you see, Witch isn't the only person who could read horror books. All right, audience. Just like Jake
Guess
isn't
what
the
it
only
is.
person. Just like Jake isn't the only person who review video games like last night, audience. I
I
could
don't like
branch
this
out.
Chris is stricken out.
Hey, I could branch out. Okay, you know what? You know what? To be fair, Austin, how about each and every one of you, Witch, and Jake, all read a patriotic book to get back at
No,
me?
that ain't
Yeah,
never gonna
You know
happen.
what?
yeah.
I got you.
Besides GI Joe,
No. I know. I do know cheating. I got one for you.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we're reading Nectar number 2, audience. An indie book. I got it because of the cover, really, in the last issue. To catch you up to date, Austin, like this is in the 1800s in a small town where, these new species of butterflies are popping up. And they kind of have like a little sinister side going on to them. I mean, Austin, for God's sake, the first time we see these butterflies is when a gravekeeper is digging up a grave site, and he finds these butterflies are popping out of the corpse of that woman. So, like,
What the
yikes!
fuck?
I know. So,
Are these the dreaded blood butterflies I be hearing about?
well, they do have like little hooks coming out of their mouth. So, like,
Yeah, this is
yikes!
all fucking butterflies.
Yeah. Uh, Yeah, I wanted to get this book, audience, because hey, I'm a big time gardener, this and that. So hey, when you think of a nice garden, you also think of butterflies, So anyway,
Did you know the horror book for
Yeah,
what was that,
let's do
Austin?
a horror book.
Austin, you said something. Oh, okay. We'll just wait on Austin to come back. But anyway, so we start off with this one man. He's out there fishing and drinking his booze and singing. Having a gay old time. The term "gay" back in the 1800s audience. So he's fishing, and of course, all the butterflies start popping up everywhere. And I gotta say, they're pretty beautiful looking butterflies. Audience, something you would put in a collection, right? So, Austin's coming back.
My bad.
Okay.
I did. Well, did you know the horror book before you bought it?
I kind of felt like it was going to be a horror book because, like, the literal cover of it is Austin. Look, imagine the same layout that this butterfly is in, but instead of the hands, it's a person's mouth open with their tongue out. Like ooh. It's pretty creepy. Okay. Same way, yeah, this guy he's fishing and then he gets swarmed by these butterflies, one of which even cuts him in the hand a bit. So like yikes. So we cut back to the church from the last issue because remember, audience, you have this one little girl who was playing one of those butterflies and she got cut in the hand by them. And she thought nothing of it. I mean, it's just a small little scratch. And then when she and her friend were hanging out in the church, she decided to dance. But unfortunately, she cannot stop herself from dancing anymore. And this is terrifying to her.
The dancing
Yeah.
plague.
Yeah. You know that's a real thing in real life, right?
Funny
Yeah, the
enough, they
dancing
referenced.
plague.
Yeah, funny enough, they actually reference that because when they brought in the doctor to find out what happened, he goes into a historical event. Like this was in France in the 1518, where a woman named Frau Trophea began to dance one day and she could not stop for 3 days. Like yikes! And eventually,
You know
it
that
spread
works
to the
so
whole
fucked,
town.
bro.
And it spread to the whole town. Dozens, soon hundreds, if not like 400 people succumbed to this and died dancing. Like, yikes. I don't know if that's the specific thing that these butterflies will cause. Like, hey, you'll dance till you die. Maybe it's going to affect everybody differently. And of course, like they're suspecting that it's these butterflies that are uh, causing this. But of course, the preacher is there, like defending them, saying like all of God's creatures are delicate and are blessings. So yikes. Unfortunately, he comes out, he basking in the swarm of butterflies, and he gets cut. Audience, so you're like, damn. So of course, the doctor and his wife barricade the church with those two girls in there and somehow even the other girl who never got bitten by the butterfly starts dancing. Audience, like yikes. They're trying to figure out what the hell is happening here. Let me bring up the other picture. Yeah, this is the dancing girl, by the way, audience. Her mother, she's in tears and her mother's crying. She as well. Oh, and by the way, the preacher's also saying that this little girl is possessed by the devil. That's why she can't stop dancing. Remember, this is the 1800s audience. They will believe in
Yeah.
this.
All right, we gotta do this the old-fashioned way, quick. What we're gonna do is we're gonna grab her. We're gonna take her home. We gotta everyone get all their belts together. We gotta strap their belts together. We gotta tie her to the bed.
That's the
All
only
right.
way you gotta do, man. Or go and put leeches to take the bad blood out of her. The sinner blood. So yeah. It was the 1800s audience. It was the 1800s. What we're trying to say. But anyway, the doctor ends up getting one of the butterflies, luckily, and like puts them in the jar. They're trying to regroup. He's trying to find out what's causing this, and as this happened, he gets a knock on the door from the fisherman from early on in this book, saying, "Help me, almost! I can't stop!" And apparently even he's dancing too. So, okay, this is the plague, audience, the dancing plague. Oh boy. And yeah, I thought this issue was good. If you enjoy like a surprise horror story, go for it. You could pick worse than a group of killer butterflies. Audience. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say with this. And I finished it in less than 10 minutes. Which so are you
I'm
proud of me?
you.
There you
I'm
go.
proud of you guys. I'm proud of you.
Yay. But yeah, audience, we reached the end of the book, audience. All
Yeah,
right.
get the book, or you too will have the dancing plague.
With the
Yeah.
butterflies.
Do the
And it's not gonna be
chilling.
good dancing. It's gonna be like what people think of when they think of white people dancing. Gonna be like that.
My dancing is kung fu dancing, audience, but that's just me. So, alright, audience, thanks for joining us, and we'll be seeing you all next time. See ya.
Bye.
Do-do-do-do.